Hello, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my talk show. I'm your host, That One Rebel here. We have another interview here. We're going to be interviewing the one and only Ayumi very shortly. So hopefully you guys enjoy the interview. Just to let you guys a reminder that I will take questions from the chat, but they'll be towards the end of the interview. So just a reminder, write down your questions now for Ayumi and I, and then when it comes time and I say it, we'll take questions from the chat. So anyway, without further ado, let me introduce my guest for tonight, Ayumi. Hey.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to my interview. Welcome to my talk show. If you'd like to sit down next to me.
Okay. Let me just get seated here. I've got my chair.
So, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Well, it's great to see you again, you know.
It's great. It's always great to see you.
Of course. So, for those who don't know who you are, what's the best way to describe yourself? Obviously, you're a VTuber, but, you know, for first-time viewers, how would you describe yourself?
Well, I usually go by the term virtual Oneesan. Oneesan meaning older or bigger sister. And that's what I try to be for both my own community and the virtual community is just somewhere you can be comfy and go to for advice or just somewhere you feel like you belong and that you're loved and appreciated.
Awesome. So, I have a bunch of questions here. I think one of the first ones would be, how did you get into VR chat specifically?
VR chat. VR chat specifically was quite a long time before I started VTubing. It was around 2016-ish, and me and my roommate at the time had heard good things. We'd seen the commercials for Beat Saber and all that. I didn't really know too much about VR chat other than the few like funny YouTube videos out there. But we went to a VR arcade to try it out because they had one in our town at the time, and I got to try out a few different rhythm games, and we also played Arizona Sunshine. And luckily for me, my roommate's like was hooked on. He's like, I need to get VR right away. I need to get a VR headset. And we had very different working schedules, so he'd allow me to use his VR headset while he was at work, and that's how I first got into VR.
Awesome.
And like started playing VR chat,
Yeah.
and I really enjoyed it and started making like different models and stuff because that's what I really enjoyed was the creativity and making models for my friends.
So, how did that transition to you becoming a streamer and becoming a VTuber?
VTuber and being a streamer was like quite a few years later. I was always still passionate about VR tech in the meantime, but it wasn't until encountering things like Kizuna Eye and then later discovering the English VTuber community was a thing that I got super into it. Seeing virtuals like Natsume Moe and Pending VTuber with their YouTube channels. So this was before English VTubers became a huge thing on Twitch. It was mostly them actually on YouTube where everybody had not really debuts, but their YouTube introductions. Like we didn't say debut back then. It was like your YouTube introduction video. My tracking's going off a bit. I need to adjust where my feet are.
That's all right. That's kind of interesting because like I never actually had an introduction for my avatars. I just sort of was like, here I am. Watch out.
I actually never got into YouTube. I was familiar with how to Twitch stream though, from previous experience. So I just all of a sudden decided one day to start streaming as an avatar, and I had my Twitch channel, and I just did it. I didn't really have a debut. I didn't really do a big announcement, but it was around October of 2018? I think it was 2018.
Okay.
Or was it 2019? 2019, yeah.
Awesome. So, one thing that you have mentioned to me specifically is that you said that I'm one of your inspirations for like streaming and getting to where you are today in terms of being a fan. So now here we are, sitting here being interviewed by me. So how does that feel?
I'm very happy and I'm very blessed that you get to be the first one to interview me, especially now that there's so many virtual interviewers. But Rebel for sure was one of the persons I had seen back when I was first getting into VR chat and the VR community as one of those big senpai streamers that I always wanted to meet. So it was really incredible getting to actually become a good friend of yours and help out with your fashion shows.
Yeah, I do appreciate that. I appreciate those who take the time and effort to help out with me because I'm only one guy and I always get frustrated when things don't work as well because I'm a type of person where I have to plan things out. Example, interviews. If I did things on the spur of a moment, it just doesn't work too well. Sorry, it doesn't work out too well.
Mm.
So I appreciate that you helped out. And yeah, thank you so much. It's a pleasure. I didn't know that you knew me before. Like I had that little like I was like what? Like whoa, you're that person. I was like wait what?
Yeah. I mean, it's I don't know. I feel like everyone's come a long way since like 2016 VR chat. It's incredible how much the community has changed, and I'm really excited for how much for more integration between both the VR chat community and now the new English VTuber community
Hmm.
because some VR chat streamers have turned into VTubers just out of having a new model and having an
Yeah.
original model and stuff like that. Um, and that's very interesting, but I don't see a lot of integration with the two communities, and I'd love to start sparking more of that, especially with one thing I do a lot is I'll help smaller VTubers and whatnot get their avatars ported into various programs, including VR chat, because I like to see more like community like integrations and connections.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think that you know, I want to be that bridge too. I want to help people. I already said it just before the interview that I want to start doing interviews outside of VR chat because a lot of people are afraid of getting their avatar stolen and imported this game. So if I start taking interviews outside of VR chat, and then I can include more people from the VTubing community and other communities as well.
Yeah, we've also got quite a few people who are 2D models only, and that doesn't really exactly
Yes.
translate to VR chat yet. But they're very beautiful, incredibly expensive models too. So it's not like, yeah. So it'd be good to give them attention as well. I really love live
Hmm.
2D. I've actually got mine coming out soon too.
Ooh, yeah, I've actually known quite a few. It's interesting because I know some friends from VRChat that started out. They have avatars like mine, and then they move past VRChat, like they move on from it. They do more variety stuff, and some of them actually went from 3D to 2D. And I'm like, oh, I would love to like interview them
Oh,
again, but like they can't really do 2D in VRChat. So I was like, oh, how am I supposed to interview them? And I was like, well, if I take my show outside of VRChat,
cardboard cutouts.
yeah, I mean, I could do that, if I really wanted to,
I did.
But I don't know. It's a way to reconnect with some people because
Mm,
I don't know. I feel like when someone leaves this community, it seems like oh well, I won't see them ever again, unless I play the same game or something.
mm.
So if I can be able to interview them outside of VRChat, I think I'll be able to rekindle some friendships and connections. Or maybe some people would be interested in playing VRChat. They're like, "Oh, you're from VRChat? That's
There's
awesome."
definitely a lot more things now with Udon that we can like. There's actually more games and like physical like interactive games now.
Hmm.
Like I still am really looking forward to playing the Among Us in VR chat because I've heard very good things about that.
Oh yeah, speaking of Among Us in VRChat, I have played it, and it's literally exactly like the game. Like honestly, it's just VR version
Mm-hmm.
of it. So that's been like I wouldn't say like a huge boom, but it's definitely more people are playing VRChat specifically just for the Play the Among Us game mode, because it's in VR, right? So like you have to do everything now, and it's interesting because you like look around corners and when you vent, you're actually
Yeah,
in a vent, and you can jump down on people and stab them.
yeah. It'll be a little bit more difficult to not act sus, huh?
Yes, exactly. Or people would be like, do a backflip if you're not sus. You're like, oh shit, do some push-ups or something. I don't know. Get really immersive of it. And you can use your own avatars too, so you don't have to use the Among Us ones. So you can just run around as you with that
Hmm.
knife and shank some people.
I've seen some very good like different Among Us avatars. I think Lyra made some like very well proportioned female Among Us astronauts.
Oh yeah, I have my thick Among Us avatar. It's very skin tight.
Oh yeah.
Very nice. Very
Oh yeah,
nice.
that one. That one
Yes,
was interesting.
exactly.
Like a latex Among Us.
Mhm. Mhm. But have you explored any of the Halloween maps in VR chat? Anything have piqued your interest?
I didn't actually get a lot of time. I was very busy during Halloween, so the only times I was on was for my one dance party, which I think I was in like Club Toxic or whatever I did for. It was done up really nice for Halloween. And then I had my Halloween Patreon meetup, which was just at the like late night drinking world that everybody uses, and it was orange and pumpkins everywhere. But unfortunately, I get jump scared really easily, so I haven't explored much for like Halloween or spooky maps in a long time. Jump scares get me really easily. I did play Phasmophobia, and if any of my Ada army is here, they know I scream pretty hard.
So what you're saying is that you need someone like me, a strong senpai, to tour you around VR chat to do the big hungry dungeon maps and the devouring,
Maybe.
yeah, the devouring map. Yeah, should do that one. Hmm. Yeah. All right, I'll help you out. There's a new one that just came out, Five Nights at Freddy's. Help wanted, but it's in VR chat.
Oh, but in VR chat, I've
Yeah.
I've heard I think I
Yes.
tried watching a YouTuber's videos of them playing like Five Nights at Freddy's, and I've watched a couple other like horror games of like I can never get through the entire video because I'm not even playing the game and I get jump scared.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I understand that. I played Five Nights at Freddy's VR once upon a time, and let's just say I got to like
Mm,
day or night two, and never got past that. Kept dying, and then my heart rate
mm.
went to 160, 180. And I was just like, I'm quit. I'm
Ooh.
done.
Yeah, that's something I definitely want to add the next time I'm doing some sort of horror game is a heart rate monitor.
Yeah, mine was very ghetto. It's like in the hospital where you have one they put on your finger. Well, because I'm using my fingers because I'm in
Oh.
VR, I put it on my foot, my toe.
Oh, on your toe. That's actually one of the ways you can test if the fingers aren't giving proper. Yeah.
Yes.
It medically it's sound. It's sound. But I'll probably like see if I can get like a Fitbit or something with integration. Who knows?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of doing. I wanted to get one that goes on like the chest or something because like when I'm moving around and it flies off my toe. So I want to get one that's like because there's ones that you can get like on the chest that goes on your rib cage or whatever, and then
Weird.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, and then it'll big
Sounds like it'd be
spook.
kind of warm though.
Yeah. Um. So let's talk about your avatar. How did you go about
Oh, my
designing?
avatar.
Yeah, how did you go about designing your avatar to represent you and your channel and your brand?
Originally it was more so just like a black and white kind of yin yang theme. With like a bit of like I've always liked the older sister kind of character, so um I've always liked that sort of design style. Originally the original concept drawing, instead of this side tail, instead it was a side braid originally. But then when I was making my first model in Vroid, which is a program where you can like draw on the hair and edit all the textures and make your own clothes for a like VTuber model.
Mm-hmm.
Braids are really, really hard to make, and I was still a beginner at this. And so I decided to not do the braid, and I did like a side ponytail. And yes, I knew about the dead mom anime joke. Well, all dead moms in anime have like the loose side ponytail. But I figured
Oh
I don't
yes.
really want to be a mom anyways, and I'm not a mom, so I'll be okay. And it's a very, very nice, gentle looking hairstyle. Like it's not too serious, but at the same time, it's not like long hair that gets in the way and flows everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when I transitioned my username over to AyumiOneesan, going with the full Oneesan brand because the Ara and Oneesan kind of got stronger over time. I switched over to a sweater. I always had the shorts and tights and boots, but I didn't have like a sweater. And I've always loved like the comfy sweater look. But I wanted it to be a little bit unique. So I went with the cuts on both the shoulders and the cleavage.
Oh, I like to call it the plot armor. Very important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I did have this full design in V-Ride at
Hey,
one point,
amen.
and then at that point, I went and commissioned Fiship for a reference picture because it was always my goal one day to get a J. Janelle model because I've always loved her model works. So I was able to squeeze in a commission with Fiship even though they were super busy. And then through JJ, I got this model done.
Awesome. How would it feel to finally have like your model in
Oh, there's
for
a
VTubing
lot of you.
It felt
That's okay.
it
I
felt
can
really
handle
great
all of
because
you
I
at
was
once.
I always felt because of the way I started with VTubing as just like going for it.
Yo, thanks for the
I feel like I was always like a
raiding
work in
you.
progress, and now I feel like I'm at a point where like I have all my emotes, I have all of my overlays, my model looks good, everything's just looks nice and professional and organized, and that makes me feel like really happy.
That's awesome. Yeah. I like because everybody like has a J Genoma model, and like I feel like every single one of them is different in their own way, right? Like I can play with like no nameplates on, and I can recognize you a mile away. I'm like, that's big sister right there. That's Ayumi. Don't mess with her, you know.
Ada.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you heard me, you'd probably be able to tell it was me too, though.
Oh, I can hear you always. But anyway,
Do I just exude
Yeah.
Ada energy?
yeah, every time, jeez, when I go to bed at night and I just hear that, and I wake up full on sweating. I'm like, Jesus, what happened to me? Hey, what's up, Mew? Thanks for the race/host. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Some of my old friends from many years ago are watching me. They're probably very confused why I'm a redhead anime waifu. Anyway.
I mean, who doesn't want to be a redhead anime waifu, though?
True. Actually true. Why would you not want to be an anime waifu? See, I've always said this, as a VTuber or as someone who plays VR chat, people always dream about their dream waifu. Well, you can always just become your waifu too. Live vicariously through them.
Yeah. Honestly, you were talking about like what first got you into VR chat, and I gotta say, like, first getting into like an anime girl avatar in VR chat, especially like having VR and seeing myself in the mirror as like an anime girl was like, it was like a middle school me having like dreams come true there, because I was like, whoa, I'm an anime girl now.
Yeah.
Poggers.
Poggers.
Poggers. Because I was like a super weeb back in like middle school to high school, and like it got to the point where I watched so much anime and like drew so much anime, talked about anime with a few friends, that like some of my dreams, like I wouldn't be like a real person in the dreams. I would be like an anime person, like my dreams were in anime. And I was like constantly had to have dreams of like inserting my own self into like Naruto or Bleach or Inuyasha. I had a few different cringy OCs. Like there was only a couple of them that were Mary Sue's, but it was like well thought out dreams,
I get what you're saying.
So going into VRC, it was like, holy, like technology is amazing.
Exactly. I think it's amazing. Have you ever had dreams about like being like about being your avatar or just being in VR chat or VR, Any dreams like that?
I don't not necessarily. I feel like I don't dream about it much because it's like a dream come true already. So
Oh, that's true.
and I feel very connected like to my avatar. Like I feel like I can finally have my personality outwards. And I feel like I'm able to express myself creatively a lot more without being as shy as I used to be. For example, I do dance streams now, and I don't think I would have ever been able to do that on an IRL platform, because it's just it's really embarrassing. But if you're in an anime girl avatar, you know that you at least look cute, so you can focus on getting better at dancing and improving your skills.
Absolutely, I feel the same way. I mean, I always said this, like when you play VR chat or use VR and have an avatar that represents you, like you can take away, the I'll have to worry about like what I look like. I have to put makeup on, or I don't look good, my hair looks like shit, or I'm sweaty because I'm dancing, or I'm nervous. Like you can take away like the look aspect
Mm,
out and just focus on having fun and always looking like a 10 out of 10 cutie,
definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
You still need to teach me some dance moves.
Yeah, I'd love to. It's honestly the root of dancing is always in the hips. You just gotta start with like a hip sway or like the what are those called? Infinity signs,
Yeah.
Like essentially you do like you go
Yeah.
from like left to right, but you want to do a dip every time you go left to right. So if your hips, if this was your like a hip point, it'd be like this, this.
Do you
And
care
then
to
do
demonstrate
whatever
this?
whatever beat it is. Sure, I can stand up. My cord just like
Yanked?
got
Yeah.
caught on my chair for a second. Yeah, because I have
a figure eight.
full body, but I have wireless, so like I have a battery pack attached, and sometimes the cord for wireless gets yanked. So even though it's wireless, I still get trapped by cords. It's always like that. Technology isn't ever fully wireless, is it? Okay, can you put the camera on you while I just like
Yeah,
drop
sure.
my
Put
hand
put
for
the
a sec?
camera on me. Put the camera on me. All right, guys. How you guys doing? How was Mew's stream? Was it pretty good? Was it pretty poggers? Reacting to some old videos and stuff. If you haven't already, use your Twitch Prime. You get some nice emotes. You like to see anime girl thighs? One of my emotes is my character's thighs and her booty. Consider it
Okay.
worth it. $4.99. Anyway, put the camera on Ayumi.
Okay. Oh, those are
Oh.
my hips, yes.
Zoom
so
in.
essentially, you want to like kind of dip as you're swinging side to side, and then dip with the other hip. So it's
Oh,
like
yeah?
it's like a dip motion when you're doing the hips, and then you
Oh,
just
my.
eventually
I'm learning.
where there's the camera. So it's like dip, swing, dip, swing, dip, swing. And if you do that to the beat of any song, really, and then if you want to like dance like a white girl, then you just go hands above your head, down your body, hands on hip, hands above your head, down your body, hands on the
Oh my
hips.
god, I'm gonna learn so good.
And then it's so basic. It's so basic. But then you get into actually like finding your own style and just like moving to the beat. And just make
Oh,
sure
yeah?
you're doing something with your hands. Because if you're doing nothing with your hands, it just kind of you're at the club swaying. That's all you're doing. But the moment you add in like hand movements, even if it's just like basic stuff like this, then you look like you're really grooving.
This is very educational, just like you guys
And as for dance classes, like I did take a couple dance classes when I was younger. I did jazz at one point and lyrical. And I guess they helped me be a little bit less klutzy, I'd say.
Okay.
But I don't really use much of my knowledge from that for dancing for the most part. And then of course, everybody in school at one point or another learned a little bit of like ballroom awkwardly.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll
Absolutely.
just do like kind of like the 1, 2, 3 steps. So like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then just kind of just alternating what hip is forward.
Absolutely. Now we learned something new today. All right, you can sit back down.
Yeah.
The chat enjoyed
Okay.
that. They learned something.
Okay. A simp for rebel.
Yeah, simp for me, please. Please, guys, come on, please.
No. You're not supposed to. You let other people say it for you. If you say it yourself, it sounds like you're begging.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's right. When I interviewed Tim Mack, he told me that's actually true. He's a big streamer. He wouldn't lie to me. He told me that you can't sell yourself, you have to have someone else sell out for you. Very true. I take his advice very seriously.
Yeah.
You're right. Anyway, so after learning how to dance for a second here, my next question. Oh, it worked. Yo, thanks for the sub. I appreciate that. Enjoy your emotes. Worst Hunter.
Oh, Hunter-kun. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Very, very nice. All right. So my next question that I wanted to ask
Thanks
you.
for the tokens. I mean bits.
Big Sis Ayumi said.
Big
Sim-
Sis Ayumi said Sim for Rebel.
Yeah, thanks for the 100 bits. I appreciate that. Anyway, I'm trying to ask the next question here. So, Ayumi, one of my
Yes.
questions is, how did you go about? You may have an outfit that's from Overlord. How did you go about like having that outfit designed and choosing that one?
Okay. Well, I think it was around August. Yeah, August. In August, we started doing a big, like a voting bracket for what waifu or like costume I should do for Halloween, and that lasted like a couple months because we do two votes every stream. And it was like various different waifus and characters. Like we had Marasav from Destiny, we had the Firekeeper from Dark Souls 3, we had a Kennel from High School DxD. Quite a few different characters and stuff that all that I liked, as well as suggestions that I got from our subscribers that I liked.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wanted it to really involve my community in it. And Albedo ended up winning at the end. And then as soon as that happened, which was well enough before October, I contacted Jay Genomu, gave her all the character reference for Albedo, said, hey, I want my model to cosplay as her. My bangs can stay the same, but just change the back of my hair to look like her hair. And then, of course, we changed the eye shape, not the color, to look more demon-like. And it came together so beautifully. She actually, when I emailed her about it, she's like, oh my goodness, this is going to be so great. I love modeling ruffles, because she really likes making ruffles and stuff, apparently. So that was really good.
That's awesome. I think it turned out really, really good.
That's so nice of you. I'm a giver too.
Hey, thanks,
The
Dan.
mods have gifted a tier
Choo
1
choo,
subsidiary.
hype train,
They have
let's
given
go.
26 gift subs in
Thanks
the
for
channel.
the gifted sub, Dan.
Sorry, I've got your chat like open in front of me, like right here.
No, that's all right. So another question I have is, have you tried any other alternatives to VR chat, like Neosphere, Chill VR, Lavender, anything like that?
I tried Chill Out, and I got like the one there's like beta keys or whatnot as a
Yeah.
content creator, at one point, and it was before they had the full body completely configured. So I was just like, okay, I tried this. I'm just gonna wait
Spending
until
all
I
your
try to
biddies
put
like you
avatars in
wanted
this
me
because it's not
calling
configured
me.
all the way.
I want them
Neos,
all
I plan on actually
over me.
playing around with it very soon here because I'm not wearing it and I'm not using it right now, but I recently purchased a Vive Pro Eye, and Neos actually uses the functions of the Vive Pro Eye, which is the in-headset real-time eye tracking.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to possibly oh my god, Shadow Tiger, you're such a sweetheart.
Yeah, thanks for the 1,500 bits. Thank you. Anyway,
Holy shit. Anyways, I'm really excited to use that because they also have
That's
10
so
point,
nice of you.
like 10-point tracking.
I'm a
So
giver
that would mean
too.
instead of just
The
having
non-stop
my
gifted a tier 1
feet
sub to TJS.
and my hip tracker, I could also have knees and elbows. So and chest chest movement. I didn't mean to do that. I forgot I had gliders there. Chest
okay.
movement, which is really improves dancing because like there's like different because right now everything's guesswork with the IK. So right now my full body, it's guessing where my elbow is based on the position of my hand and my head, and it's guessing where my
That's
my
so
chest
nice
position
of
is
you.
based on where
I'm
my
a
head
giver
is
too.
and based on where
The
my hip
non-stop
is
gifted a
in
tier 1
relation to
sub
my
to
hands as
Shadow
well.
Tiger
So
04.
as much as
They
full
have
body
given
in VR chat
28
looks
gift
pretty
subs
good,
in the
it's
channel.
not perfect. And some dance moves where you're like moving your elbows up and down and you're keeping your hands still are simply just not gonna, like, I'm like fully moving my elbow up and down, but it's barely doing anything in VR chat, for example.
Mhm.
But if you had an elbow tracker there, you could do chicken wings galore, you know?
yeah. You can do chicken dance. Absolutely.
You could do the chicken dance, yeah.
Yo, thank you, Dan, for the gifted sub to TJ and Shadow Tiger. I appreciate that. Thank you. So my next question is, what do you think about like roleplay in VR chat? Have you tried any like improv or series? Have you watched anything like Kalos Row, Ascension Academy? Are you interested in joining any of that stuff? Anything at all?
I've been interested for a while. I just don't really have a time slot to put it in my schedule. But my friend Spiral God has definitely like recommended me to a few of his groups because they're going to be doing a Genshin Impact like roleplay
Oh.
group, and that's something I'm super interested as being either Lisa or a very Lisa-like character.
You know,
Um,
I'm playing Genshin Impact, but in VR chat. Do you know that?
what? You are? Oh, because you're collecting waifus, right?
Yeah, exactly. See, I'm the great waifu collector of VR chat, okay? Genshin Impact, that's whatever. You guys don't understand. VR chat is secretly the hidden gacha game. Yeah.
I must be like one of the rare ones then, since I'm a JJ model. Like it's like all original materials here.
Yeah, exactly. I gotcha. My next question is there any games of 2020 that you really enjoyed, personally?
2020. I guess Destiny would still count as a game because it's ongoing updates, and Destiny 2 has been something I've been really enjoying. As for 2020 games, I mean, Fall Guys was fun when it came out. I don't really play it much anymore. Among Us came out actually a long time ago, so that one doesn't count. Played a lot of Skyrim, which we all know that's pretty old.
Yeah.
Now, 2020 didn't really grab me for many.
Hello? What just... Oh god, did my internet cut? I thought I crashed.
No, I'm just...
No, I think...
hear me?
Oh god.
Oh,
She's crashing. It's the mainframe.
I'm good. I'm back.
Big sister's back.
My headset. This headset has been doing really weird things to me lately, which is why I also got the new one too. It
You're back.
blue screened on me briefly. It blue screened briefly on me. I know I'm back.
I've had that happen before. You mean like black... Does it go like black screen?
No, I went blue, and then I went black, and then I came back.
Oh, yeah. I've had that happen to me during
Yeah.
interviews, yeah. I think it means like the cord might be like... It might like get a little loose for a second, and then like it'll go back or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
That
let me
happened
just
to me.
make sure everything's in.
We almost lost you. I would have lost my big sister.
Almost,
Jeez.
yeah. Oh no! I'll always be here for you.
Oh, thank you.
Always be here. Oneesan's always here. 大丈夫.
Yeah. Anyway, what were we talking about again? We're talking about...
Games of 2020.
Yeah, games
that
of
I
2020.
liked.
Thank you.
So I guess Destiny 2, and if one of the Miku games that I got came out in 2020, then technically it'd be that. I think the new I can't even remember the name of the new Miku game, but it came out on the Switch, and I always enjoy Vocaloid games. Like I'm a big rhythm game player.
Okay.
So I played that quite a bit on the Switch, although I'd love to play more. It's hard for me to convince myself to go and play a game on my own though, unless I'm streaming it, because I'm like, oh, you're just wasting time, and when it could be doing something more productive. So I'm actually very thankful for streaming for allowing me to play video games. Essentially, it gives me an excuse to play games.
How did it feel to get partnered on Twitch?
I didn't even think of that as like a goal for a long time. So reaching that, I'm still like, I'm still in shock that I'm like actually there at partner, because it seemed like something unattainable at first, but I'm very happy for it. The main things that make me happy is just having like the amount of emote slots that I do, so I can like my community can have like way more emotes, and that makes me really happy because I can do more to like show my appreciation for them.
Yeah, that's awesome. I remember.
Project Diva Mega Mix was the game. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. It's crazy, you know. I felt the same way when I got partnered. Like I didn't think it was actually ever gonna happen, to be honest. It's weird to say, but I remember like when I first started streaming VR chat like nearly 3 years ago, people said, like, "You never get partnered, dude. Who are you, man? You're a nobody. You're a phony. You're a loser." And I'm just like, here I am, you know, nearly 3 years later, being like, "Hey, I did it. Here I am. You know, hard work pays off. You know." Another question that I have is, you're building up a community with your RR and your stream and everything, but how does it feel to meet actually other VTubers and bringing them to VR chat and to get to hang with them at your like hangouts and meetups and stuff like that? Because you're not just doing things for yourself, but you're helping a lot of other people. So how does it feel to actually get to meet people and get to help them and stuff like that?
I really enjoy being able to help out others. It's what I've done since really the beginning. And being like an Oneesan like figure is like what I've always aimed to be is like someone people can look up to. And I'm like amazed every day when I have someone say, "Hey, I started becoming a VTuber because of you," or you really inspired me. And I honestly want to cry like when I hear things like that, because it makes me so incredibly happy that I could inspire others to do the same. Because when I first saw other like VTubers and they inspired me to do that, the first thing I wanted to do was be able to share that inspiration and like creativity. Being able to interact with other VTubers, I still get nervous about some other VTubers interacting with them, who are on like the same level or higher of me for like views and stuff. But then sometimes they're like, "Oh my God, it's the Ayumi," and I'm like, "No, this is the other way around. Please don't, please don't." I'm like sweating bullets here. Like, I don't know. Talking to girls sometimes makes me nervous too. So that's also a thing.
Oh yeah, how does it feel to talk to me?
Yeah. Rebel, this is a trick question.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Honestly,
I am a
the
girl?
first time I talked to you, I was super nervous, because you were one of the senpais I'd looked up to for a long time. So definitely you made me nervous, but now that I've gotten to know you a bit better, you make me feel super comfy.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, get to talk to you. You inspire me to keep doing what I do. Sometimes I have rough days, or something doesn't go as planned, and when I get to talk to you and we just hang out and have a fun time, and you openly want to hang out with me, because a lot of people they're very closed off. Like they make it and get views, whatever. They're like, "I don't talk to me anymore." I'm like, "Okay, man," but like you're very open. You're like, "Hey, let's hang out. You want to join my hangout or my meetup?" I'm like, "Sure, let's do it." Even though I'm in desktop, even though I have to be quiet at night, I still want to hang out and meet some people, and that's how I met.
I very much appreciate that.
Yeah, I got to meet Sweet Cheeks, got to meet Sickly Momo and stuff like that. I appreciate that, And I want to help you out too.
Yeah, I think. Oh, thank you. I think one of the most important things that I've found throughout streaming has always been my connection to my viewers, my audience, and like of course people I collab with and whatnot too. So even as I've gotten bigger, I never want to lose that connection. Like I may get busier because of the increased viewers and the more projects that I'm working on, but I never want to lose that that connection, the feeling that like you can pop in chat and say hi, and as long as chat isn't going by too fast, sometimes I may miss some people, but I always try to do my best to make sure like everybody feels welcomed and that I'm not just some big time streamer ignoring everyone, because I don't know, I always like the feeling of a one-to-one connection. I'm the type of person who's not usually very good with big groups IRL. Like the only times I'm really like comfortable with a big group is if I know everybody and I've like hung out with everybody before. But when it comes to group situations, I get actually quite shy unless I'm put into like a position where I need to like help people, like or instruct. Or for example, when I helped your like Halloween fashion show, I was fine with that because I had a job to do and that was my job. And I could just focus on getting that done and helping everyone. But in reality, if I was forced to sit there and just socialize with everyone, I don't know half these people. I'd probably be shy. I wouldn't talk very much.
That's okay. I'll help you out, I'll show you the ropes.
Arigato.
Yeah. I try to help people out, That's why I like to do, like, after interviews, I like to do hangouts where people get to just join and get to meet other people. And I'll tell you something, very short story, but some people that have went to these, like, showcases, they have never met each other. and they got to become friends, and some of them are like commissioning each other for avatars and outfits now because of me running this avatar showcase. So that makes me want to keep doing it more and have people become friends and hang out with each other. And another reason why I'm also doing the waifu like gotcha hunt or whatever you want to call it is because I want to have memories and have fun with people. So
It's like I only actually met Sweet Cheeks because of your second fashion show.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I met Sweet Cheeks was actually through your thing, and they've been like a super sweetheart to hang out with, and now we're going to be working on possibly some like VTuber projects together. So I'm really thankful for you bringing all those people together.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Another question I want to ask is, do you have any plans or anything that you have for this year or next year? I should say more specific, next year. This year's almost done. But any like big plans, any massive projects, you know, anything like?
Oh, there's a couple different massive projects actually. I'm not sure if one of them I'll save for my 2-year anniversary or not,
Okay.
but we're definitely working towards full body motion capture, which was stated during my last subathon because we reached the goal for that. I'm still figuring out the programming and making sure I have the correct setup with PC wise and whatnot. So it is on like. I'm getting there. It's not an easy thing to get set up all at once, but I'm very excited for that because like I really love the tracking technology and virtual reality technology, and I'm very excited to have like an even more I guess immersive experience for my stream. Feels like I'm right there next to you, kind of more so, and yeah. And then for my I do plan on getting some sort of new model / re-debut on my 1-year Twitch partner anniversary.
Oh, okay. Some things to look forward to. Also, thank you so much, Easy for this. I appreciate that. Anyway, so I think we'll start taking questions, possibly from chat. So anybody in the chat who wants to ask Ayumi and I some questions, you're more than free to. Also, Ayumi, if you have any questions for me, role reversal, Uno reversal, you can ask me some questions. I'll answer anything honestly as I can. Yeah, you get to know the deep, dark secrets of me. Please be gentle, big sister, please.
Oh, I'm always gentle.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, like for example, we're talking about. Chat likes to talk about my.
Talks like about what? I don't hear anymore.
I muted myself. I muted myself accidentally because I was
I
moving
thought it was
myself.
your chat.
No, it's okay. Chat likes to talk about my boots, and we have even like a boot pics channel. Because boots are nice. But like, we were talking about like the Guardian, because like the exotic boots in Destiny are called Stompies, and I'm like, no. Oneesan would never stomp on you. If Oneesan was gonna like, it would be Steppies, not Stompies. Because I wouldn't want to hurt anyone. So yeah, very gentle Oneesan, gentle, wholesome Oneesan. Wholesome. Yeah, see, look, they got the boot emote in chat.
Oh yeah, I see it. Nice. Stompies, yes. Do you plan on going to any conventions? Maybe not this year, but like TwitchCon 2021 or anything
Eventually,
like
I'd like to go to a TwitchCon, but with everything that's going on in the States and then also COVID, it seems like a little scary. I don't know if I'd maybe prefer going to the European one or not. But I don't know. TwitchCon is definitely something I've wanted to go to in the past. But with current events, it's a little bit scary. And I definitely probably will wait a little bit longer than most people for things to like settle down when it comes to COVID. Just because I like being precautious and extra safe, not just for myself, but the people around me too.
Absolutely. Yeah. That means you can meet up with a bunch of other people from VR chat and VTubers if they attend, and
It'd be nice to meet some of my friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about the year prior TwitchCon. Didn't happen this year, obviously, where people met up for the first time. They're like, "Oh my God, you're that person. I cuddle with you for 10 hours a day." And it's like, yeah, true.
Is that what you do with people, Rebel?
Well, I mean, wait, you want to cuddle sometime?
I'm okay with some platonic cuddling, yeah.
Oh,
Or
absolutely.
actually, it would technically be familia. Technically, since I'm everyone's big sister, you're just cuddling your big sister.
Absolutely, it's completely platonic. It's not.
Actually, one of my favorite things that happened during one of my patron meetups was we all got into this giant cuddle puddle, and then everybody gave me head pats, and I gave everybody head pats. I wish I had like 8 arms because I was just like pat 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 pat.
Is it possible to see video from Twitch in VR, where you can at least move your head?
I don't think Twitch has 360 VR videos right now.
No.
I don't think that's an option, but there you can do recorded videos for YouTube
Yeah.
of 360 VR, but I'm not sure VR chat has that as an option. There might be like a recording with your HMD that you can do somehow for that. You'd have to look into the tech. Sorry, I got all tech talk on you.
No, that's fine. They're saying I'm about to get shanked. Why would I get shanked for? What did I do?
I think chat's going on today on you, maybe because of the
Yeah,
cut.
what did I do? I'm innocent until proven guilty.
Question. Oh, I see.
2D when?
So far it's estimated for the 15th.
The 15th of...
That's just like this month.
Oh, November. Okay, I was like 15th of 2050? It's like...
Yeah, 2025.
Yeah, woo!
Oh yeah.
Alright. Has Budget Melody's banning from Twitch changed how you interact with gifts from others?
Gifts. I don't think that was the problem there with Melody's ban. If you want to hear my opinion on Melody's ban and everything that happened there, you can watch Nacho TH. Nacho should have a video where we did actually do a bit of a discussion about that, but at this point, I don't think we've heard DigiRev's side of the story, and so I remain at an unbiased level where I'm happy that Melody got unbanned off Twitch, but I'd like to hear the full story before I make any judgments.
I agree.
And I just think that both creators and content creators and like artists and modelers and us VTubers should always stay professional, do professional invoices, and make sure you have your terms of services like completely like hashed out
Drawn
for the
up
safety of both parties.
contracts.
So,
Yeah.
for example, with Jay Janelmo,
Thanks for
I don't
joining
have
the
commercial rights to this
exclusive
artist,
club.
to this
Front row
model,
seats
but
just for you.
in the sense of I can use this for streaming or any public content. However, if I put my model, like if I did, for example, patron photo sets or patron like MMD videos, then I would have to contact JJ and she would get a cut of that because I don't have the commercial license to sell this avatar. Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's my agreement with JJ. However, if I wanted to get the commercial rights, I'd have to discuss that with JJ.
Absolutely.
I know for other models, full commercial rights are included in the price. But you always make sure, whether it be art or models, that you discuss commercial rights.
Absolutely. Muse says, what's the craziest thing you ever had happen in VR?
I choose to not answer that.
Well, if you watch me other interviews, I've had a quite interesting life. VR is a very interesting time. It didn't necessarily happen to me, but when you go to one of those spicy lobbies and you see the people playing Smash Brothers and they're smashing each other really hard, and they're doing their ultimates, and they're screaming at the top of their lungs, "Oh, take me, destroy me!" Getting really into it, really strong role play. Yeah, that's probably the craziest things I've ever witnessed. Yeah, especially when one person is starfished. You know, they're laying on their back, and then the other person is playing Smash, but they're whipping them, and they're every time they get whipped, they react. Very strong Phantom
Yeah,
Sense.
crazy attacks in Smash Bros. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Really, really ridiculous things. Very strong role play. I would say those role players are a 10 out of 10. They should, you know.
They should hit up your DMs.
No, they should write a story about it.
Write a story about it. Okay, okay.
Yeah. We should make a movie about it. It's called 50 Shades of Grey. That's what it seemed like, honestly. Yeah. Anyway. Any other questions?
To each their own, though. To each their own, you know?
Oh, absolutely. I don't judge anyone. I think everyone's entitled to do what they want, as long as it's perfectly legal and consensual.
For an example, like, I have a few different VTuber friends. Some of them choose to release, like, not safe for work content. And as someone who's safe for work, I'm still friends with these people. I keep my own content safe for work, and they respect that, and I respect what they do. And we don't like they're not gonna like come into my stream and show off, you know, parts, and I'm not gonna judge them for doing whatever they want to do on their platforms. You know, I feel like, you know. Different VTubers, different types of content. There's all sorts of content that people do. It doesn't make you not a virtual, though.
Yeah, exactly. I 100% agree, you know. I always say that if I'm running a lobby in VRChat, you fall by my rules, you know? If I'm in your lobby, then it's your rules, you know? That's just the way it is.
Exactly.
There's many people that I know that are on the more lewd side, but they understand the rules, you know? Sort of like when you go to someone's house, right? You're not going to like start doing things in people's houses, right? Like you're a guest.
Like some houses are take your shoes off at the front door, and some houses are leave your shoes on.
Absolutely, yeah. That's a very wholesome way of saying it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wait, did you think that was an analogy for something, or?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. I did.
I don't know, big sister. I'm stuck. I need help.
Have you fallen and you can't get up?
Yeah, Humpty Dumpty. I've fallen off the ledge and I need to get put back together.
You can do it. You can get up. You can do it. Motivation.
When are you gonna admit hunters are the worst class and titans are the superior class? That seems like a very specific question.
That's a Destiny 2 question there. I enjoy playing hunter. You can enjoy playing whatever you want. Shax is a titan, and I really love Shax. So yeah, titans are pretty good too. I'm just not good at playing as a titan. And I do think that Bungie does have a preference for titans sometimes, just because it is closer to a Spartan from like Halo. So you know, whatever you want. Titans did win the last Guardian game, so take that as you want. But personally, for playstyle, I prefer Hunter, and then second place would be Warlock, just because I enjoy being able to heal my team members.
Does your voice change when you enter your VR body?
No. I would say, like, this is my regular talking voice. If I do my, like, yandere version, I'll go obviously lower. And then if I'm in, like, Nickel Ayumi, or if I'm just in, like, a very, like, hyper mood, then my voice does go quite a bit higher. And I think that's mostly natural, but I can also, like, force it higher, too.
That's what I normally sound like. I don't know. I mean, I could voice train to sound more feminine or like a Yandere.
It's why I'm able to do different types of ada-adas too. So you've got like ada-ada, which is kind of like neutral, and then you got ada-ada, and then you got ada-ada.
I may change my boxers later. No reason. Anyway, it depends on the person. I mean, I've
VR chat makes you pretty sweaty. You get really sweaty.
Yeah,
when
it's a
you're
heater
in
on my
VR.
head. Like I'm sweating right now.
Yeah.
Need to take a shower, cleanse my soul. But It depends on the like. To answer this question from you, not from me, but I know other people. Especially when you get full body, some people definitely, if they're, I can't really specify, but you get what I mean. Some people get in touch with their more feminine side or masculine side, or, maybe they sound more higher pitched or lower pitched. It depends on the person. Some people it's whatever. Some people get into it. Some people don't. It's a case by case basis. For me, not so much. I mean, I will say this: when I get into full body, and I start shaking those hips, I'm just saying. I feel something.
Well, you already do like the squats without full body.
Oh, absolutely. Maybe you can teach me to do some proper squats so I don't hurt myself.
Yeah, but even because we don't have knee trackers, it actually, when we do squats in VRChat, even with full body, it's not showing the proper form, as well as because the chest follows the head movement, it's not showing proper form for for your back. So a lot of the time when you see people squatting in VRChat, it's not proper form to what you would do IRL. So be wary of that. And if you are going to do squats, please look up online proper form. Okay.
Absolutely. Yumi, do you have any favorite JJ model creations, and why did you want a JJ model over other models?
I'm going to start with the second part of that question first. The reason I wanted a JJ model over different models is because I was really a fan of Matilda's art, and I know Matilda, Bishop, and JJ work really well together for models. And that's why because I knew that if I got a Matilda reference and gave that to JJ, it would be an exact transition because they work so well together. Like, it would be exact. And it was exact. It's like completely exact. Another reason I wanted JJ is because they give you your model as a .pmx file, which is the file for MMD, meaning my model would be already rigged for Miku Miku Dance, which is very easy for me to transfer over to like a .fbx or VRM for either VRChat or any like VRM VTuber programs. Meanwhile, if you received it as a .fbx instead of a PMX at the beginning, it's very hard to set up and convert it to a Miku Miku Dance model. So I like that she knew how to like calibrate it and set up the physics for MMD. Okay, so part one of the question was what are some of my favorite JJ models?
Yes,
one of my first favorite JJ models was actually one by Rebel, and that's their mechanic model. I really love the look of that one. Even though the eye style isn't always my favorite, because I prefer more, I don't like the hot, like extra eyeshadowy eyes too much as for myself as a style, but I still think they look very good.
Yeah,
Yes,
this one.
Model.
Yeah, I'm a mechanic. What do you mean? I fix cars. Let me, sorry, I'm in worker mode, so I have to, put some clothes on, Let me,
No, don't zoom in. We gotta block the chest. We gotta block the chest.
Block. Don't show me. I'm vulnerable. Okay, anyway.
Oh, there we go. There we go. And then there's quite a lot of JJ models I've liked over the years. She's done a lot of work, and I do actually enjoy a lot of her old MMD work that she did for like model edits. Because I'm a big fan of Vocaloid and whatnot. So like she's done a few edits for Vocaloids that I like Luca. Luca's one of my favorites.
Yeah. One question I saw was, what is your wish list of people whom you like to collab? For me, who would I like to collab with? I guess like probably, I don't know, like Project Melody, Silvervale, people like that, which I'm already in the process of doing because I like to give them a tour guide of VRChat on a proper level, like to show them the potential of VRChat. It's in the works. I don't know when it will happen, but eventually. And I think it'd just be interesting because I'll be like acting as like their tour guide, like a very mellow, chill guy, and they're all like, "Oh my God, whoa, you can do this." And, I don't know. I think it'd be fun. What about you?
For me, there's a few. It's different than the usual like top people to collab with. Mousy is definitely someone I'd love to collab with some time. Iron Mouse. Also, Waifu Baby. Oh man, I have a real big thing for pink hair, don't I? And Code Miko is also a big sweetheart that I'd love to collab with. She's a very talented programmer, and she does full mocap streams with a lot of stream integration, like really cool props and all sorts of stuff. I'm a big fan of what she does as a programmer.
Alright, my mom just went to bed, so I have to start whispering. But anyway, next question.
It's
ASMR. It's ASMR time.
ASMR.
Yeah, my mom went, she worked really hard today, so she went to bed early at 8 o'clock. Anyway, when you choose a different model, does it feel weird?
Not entirely. The only time it feels weird is if the model's very, like, out of proportion with human proportions. Because there's some, like, TDA models where the legs are way too long. And then I'm like, I don't like where my trackers are sitting for full body. I just like to feel like the body translates well to my own body is the main thing. It doesn't really feel too weird being in a different avatar for me. But I definitely feel best when I'm in my own avatar. And it's actually the first time in a long time that I've been very satisfied with my avatar, because there's, you know, previous avatars I was like, oh, this could be better, this could be better. It doesn't feel like this fits right. But this one I'm very, very happy with.
I would feel the same way. Like, some people's models just don't work well in full body. I mean, it was definitely weird for the first time when I used a female model because I'm a guy, but, like, I got over that pretty quickly. Like, it wasn't like, you know, it's definitely a new experience, but not, like, super weird after a day or two, you know? Any more questions? We're almost about an hour in, so we're almost done.
Okay. I'm fine with more questions if people have more questions.
Do you think looking basically perfect in VR has changed your view on your IRL looks? That's what Muse said.
I think I'm less critical of my IRL looks now, just because most of my interactions these days are focused on, like, my virtual self. Because I stream, all my friends are online, as well as with COVID. I don't go out very much, but I feel like instead of focusing on the looks aesthetically with my own IRL self, I've been focused more on health, and just being healthy in general. So, like, eating healthy so that my skin looks better and stuff like that. And then occasionally, you know, I do like to do, like, a little, like, extra self-care. Like, the other day, because we're, where I live, it's safe to go to businesses as long as you're always wearing a mask. I got my nails done to look like my avatars, and they look really pretty, and it made me feel, like, really pretty. And it was just, like, a nice little, like, self-care thing that I don't ever, like, I'm not the type of girl who usually gets her nails done very often, so it was a nice thing to do. And I feel like I've been a little bit easier on myself since being in my virtual community, because I feel like people aren't judging me for my looks necessarily. People are judging me for my content and my personality, and that's what makes me, like, truly happy.
I think for me, I've always had self-esteem issues because I used to be a YouTuber, and I said this before, but when I used to have webcam, I noticed that I was like in the gamer zone. Like, I had a zombie face, like, sort of like I don't have any expressions. And so, when I started playing VR chat, all that doubt went out the window because I don't have to worry about what I'm looking like, or if I'm making a stupid face or something. I just focus on entertaining. But yeah. What's the largest number of players have you ever played with in VR chat?
I think I've been in, like, a 40-person lobby before. I've been in some pretty big public lobbies, but most of the lobbies I do go to are usually, like, 10 to 20 people. So, because, like, any more than that, and it gets kind of janky depending on what everybody's avatar stats are.
For me, I played in lobbies of like 70 to 80 people. It gets really laggy though. It's very rare to have that amount of players in a world, so I prefer smaller, like 20, less than 20. But 80 people is kind of crazy to see like all these people, but it's very laggy. Like you get motion sickness because you lose frames.
I feel like if they found a way to kind of like section off the rooms more and still have a big instance like that, where you don't load people's avatars if you're not in the room they're in, then it would be a much easier to do big lobbies like that.
That is true. I mean, like when I used to go to Neko Nights run by Lanford and Oathmeal, it was like that. There would be like 30 people on the dance floor and then 30 people downstairs playing beer pong, and you wouldn't really feel the lag. It felt like a real club. What do you usually wear to get into the VR mode? Like something nice so it gets you into the zone, or something comfy?
Definitely something comfy. I like wearing like active wear, so whether it be like yoga capris or like yoga shorts, usually like a tank top, or if I'm just doing something where I'm gonna be sitting down in VR, like right now I'm wearing like just a comfy like sweater because like I know I'm not gonna be like dancing around and getting super warm. And then I always wear runners. I always wear running shoes when I'm in VR because I have my trackers like attached to them. So it's kind of like just putting on my VR shoes every time I get in VR.
For me, it'd just be my pajamas. I'm basically ready to bed. Like after playing VR chat, I just jump in the bed and go to sleep. Like just pajamas and slippers on. So if I use full body, they're like, they stay on my feet. So if I'm really sweaty, then I'll just take my clothes off and be basically naked. But it's whatever. You wouldn't know. I'm being honest. There's people. I've talked to a lot of people on VR chat. And a lot of people are in their boxers or underwear when they play because they're sweating. It's really hot to be in VR.
Yeah, if I've accidentally worn pants, sometimes I'll take off my pants if I get really sweaty. I say accidentally because sometimes it's like I've had like someone be like, oh, hop in VR chat, I need help with something real quick, and I'll just hop in and I'll get too warm and be like, okay, pants are going off. But for the most part, I try to prepare ahead of time, so I'm usually wearing like athletic material that breathes easily, so I don't have to be naked in VR.
I understand. What do you think VR chat should change to improve for the player base?
I think more security for people's avatars is definitely a key thing, especially now that we're moving into more people purchasing avatars off booth or having their own original one. It seems to be a large influx of people who are willing to put money into having something original and that's their own. And then maybe some sort of integrated where you can like worlds where you can actually directly purchase the avatars, I think would be also useful, as long as it's moderated by an actual team to prevent theft of other people's works.
I agree 100%. I think that's always a big concern is the security, right? Like people are always saying, like I said earlier, people are afraid to play VR chat as a VTuber because their avatar is going to get stolen. So I think that's a top priority. 100%. Do you have any last questions you want to ask me or anything like that, Ayumi? Or chat? Because we're going to wrap up in like a minute.
Did we want to talk about me helping out with more of the fashion events or something like that?
Sure.
Okay.
If you want to.
Okay, so as some of you may know, I do have a secretary model. I call it the secretary model around Rebel, but it's more like an office Ayumi model. I am getting it revamped slightly, so some better textures and nicer shoes. But I do plan on helping out Rebel at least on a bi-weekly basis with his fashion shows and helping him organize that. I really enjoyed doing things for the community, and I'd love to encourage more people to come out to these fashion shows. So I will be helping Rebel with those from now on, because that way he can stay in spot and I can direct people on stage, etc.
Next one is this Saturday. Next Saturday, I mean.
Oh, this Saturday. Next Saturday. Perfect.
Yeah. Next Saturday, November 14th, 2020, 7 p.m. EST. Yeah, it'll just before VR prom, after the event's VR prom. So.
Yep. Which is perfect. People can show off their prom outfits if they want.
Absolutely, 100%.
Is there a sign up area for people to sign up for your fashion show?
How I do
I
is
think at this point we might want to start doing sign-ups.
Yeah, honestly, I think I should start doing that. Doing sign-ups right now. I just sort of contact
That way-
people from the community, but I think they want to sign up. Yeah, 100%.
I think a public sign-up would work well
That's
because
so
we might
nice
start
of
having more
you.
people, and if we
I'm a
don't want to
giver
go over time,
too.
if you have people
The
who need
Nons
to
have
attend
gifted a
events
tier 1
afterwards.
sub to Machine Gun. They have given 29 gift subs in the channel.
Hey, thanks so much for giving that sub to Mew. I appreciate that. I think we'll wrap it up here. Any final words, conclusion, anything you want to shout out? Be like, hey, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, anything.
Well, all my socials are under AyumiOneesan, both Twitch and Twitter, so you can check me out there. This Monday, that'll be my next stream is at Monday at 3 p.m. EST, and we'll be playing some Subnautica.
Awesome. Well, I'd like to say thank you so much to Ayumi for stopping by for this interview. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And thank you so much for having me here,
thank
Rebel. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Sorry, I saw something in chat made me laugh. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much. Again, I'm gonna be moving out soon, so I won't have to whisper anymore.
Woo!
But I have some interviews lined up this Tuesday and Wednesday. I might have one for tomorrow, but not sure. We'll have to see. Gonna be moving out soon. Hope you guys enjoy the interview. Do you have any recommendations who I should rate/host?
Let me check Twitch here. I always like to raid smaller virtual streamers who haven't had the chance to really like get a lot of attention, so.
Sure. Yeah, I'm down.
Oh. Actually, here's one who's both a VTuber and a VR player. Have you heard of Whisper VR?
Yes, I have.
Would you like to raid them?
Yes, absolutely. If you come and put the camera on me. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say thank you so much for this interview. Thank you again to Ayumi. And if you haven't already, join my Discord, !Discord. If you are subscribed to me, you do get the Twitch sub roll, and also you get sneak peek at my Neko maid outfit. Yes, I'll be a cat girl maid in the future, and I'll be doing.
It's really, really super cute.
It's actually true, yeah. Also, if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter. And also, I will be highlighting and uploading all my interviews to YouTube as well. And you can also check out my Patreon. It is safe for work. It's just hangouts and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you to Ayumi. Before you go, we'll take a photo, but I'll raid Whisper VR first, and then we'll take a photo. Thank you so much, everybody. See you guys tomorrow or another day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Alright, 1 second here.